Hey everyone, I thought I'd just put a quick video together on the four different models for financial planning. Okay, the first model I would like to talk about is the no plan model. Now, this is the model that probably around 95% of the population would subscribe to. This is the model whereby you just get going along with life, you're having a family, you may be buying a house. You probably know you should be doing something more. Maybe you're putting some savings aside, but you're really hoping that something will fall into place at some point in time, and hoping that nothing bad strikes, i.e., losing your job or illness or something of that magnitude. Now, it's very rare for this type of financial model to get the person to where they want to go. But I can understand why a lot of people follow this model. There's a lot of jargon out there around in the financial world. A lot of people just don't know where to start, what to do. They know they should be doing something, but this model is basically life just gets in the way, and you just go with it. Now, the second model is the DIY model, the do-it-yourself model, also known as the trial and error model or plan. Now, this is the model that I went with. Luckily for me, for the most part, it worked out pretty well, although I made a lot of mistakes along the way that I probably shouldn't have made. And if I'd probably gone with a different approach, maybe I would have avoided them and would have been further along the path than I am currently. Now, the disadvantages of this type of plan is that you're basically taking a lot of information at face value. You're implementing things when they don't work. You're really recovering. You're trying to. A lot of the times you're learning the hard way. I have so many various scenarios where I've lost money, or could have invested money better, or lost focus on what would have been a plan that would have got me really, really far ahead, and just relaxed for 2 or 3 years, just really fell into probably that no plan zone. Whereas I've really buckled down and focused, everything would have been accelerated a lot faster. Now in Australia, we've just gone through a royal commission into the banking industry, and a big part of that was the financial planning sector. Basically, what that found was there'd been a whole amount of rorting the system, of people being charged fees for services they never received, people that have been dead for years, their estates continue to be charged for investment advice. It was really a bad situation, and painted the banks in a really bad light. And my personal view is I'd love to see some of these bankers actually locked away. You go past a shop, someone steals a Snickers bar, the police are going to be coming and grabbing them and taking them away for a $2 chocolate bar. Well, these bankers have stole millions and millions of dollars off people, and so far there's just been no ramifications. It's just been a little slap on the wrist. So actually, the day that uh, the findings came out on the conclusion of the Royal Commission, all the bank share prices went up. So just shows that it was just a slap on the wrist, and nothing's going to change there. For this reason, I can't really advise on whether to use financial planners or not. I stay well clear of them. I don't trust them at all. I feel like their only goal is to really take money out of your pocket and put it into theirs. I'm sure there's a lot of good ones out there, but until something happens for these people to convince me otherwise, it's a plan that I still stay well aware of. Now, my one and only experience with the financial planning industry was not a great one, so this may have tainted my view. I'm sure there's a lot of good financial planners out there that really care about their clients. My experience has been that they seem to want to put money into their own pocket more than look after their clients. Now, in my example, the financial planner I went to took me through, you fill in a form which gives you which breaks down what your current position is, your assets, etc. At that time, I had a BT, which is Bankers Trust, sort of an index fund where they deduct $250 or $500 a month, and they invest it directly into shares within this trust for you. Now, I sat in this financial planner's office as he basically filled in all the forms and got me to sign it so that he could get all the trailing commissions associated with my BT index fund, and charge me $80 for doing it. So that was my one and only experience. I thought this is a joke, so I've stayed away from that ever since. Now, the final plan is known as the blueprint plan. Now, this is where the person basically comes up with their own plan based on some proven strategies. Whether the strategy focuses on one type of asset class, it could be shares, could be real estate, could be a combination of all types of assets, and it's really built around the individual's life because they're the ones coming up with the plan. Now, I hope this video has helped you work out where your current financial plan sits amongst those 4 plans, and maybe give you an idea of some of the other plans that are out there that might fit your case as well. There's a lot of free information out there on YouTube, just in the library, on the internet in general. So it's always a good idea to educate yourself about some ideas. And as in most things, people want to really make things complicated and really add to the confusion so that they can sort of sit there and project out that they've got the answer to all these things. I find that the simplest thing really is the simple advice. So it's really the basics that have been around for years and years and years. Save more than you spend, save that money, build assets that generate income for you, and just being aware of all these get rich quick schemes. If it was really that simple, if these people really had the answers for these mega riches that they claim, they would be out there doing it. They wouldn't be posting on YouTube or other forums to come and do their course for $2,000, $3,000 or whatever it is. With that much free content out there, you can build yourself a good plan to financial freedom, to wealth creation, to whatever it is, without being suckered along the way. Cheers. Now, this is really just a really high level summary, so if you want any more details or some further information, or if you've got any questions at all, just jot them down in the comments. Not really interested in likes or subscribes or anything like that, but yeah, if you want to know really where I'm coming from, drop me a comment. Cheers.